Hello. Once again, thanks for spending a few minutes of your day with me. I'm going to be taking a text here in a moment out of Matthew's Gospel, chapter 25. This is the latter hour of Jesus' life, just days before he's to be crucified. And so he's with his disciples and he's preparing them for his departure. And he's also getting them prepared for his soon and imminent return. And so the Lord knew the path that was before him, that he had to go to Calvary, but he also knew because of that, there would be a day where he would return and receive his own unto himself. Now the disciples didn't understand the cross, therefore they probably weren't going to understand his needful and timely return, but nonetheless, Jesus was preparing them for something that would take place, and therefore he's preparing us for the same thing. So in Matthew's Gospel, chapter 25, the first 13 verses, he tells a great story about 5 wise and 5 foolish virgins. And he finishes this teaching in verse 13 by giving us these words. Watch therefore, you know not neither the day nor the hour in which the Son of Man is coming. And so upon teaching about these 5 wise and 5 foolish virgins, he gives us something that we need to do. We need to be watchful. We need to be paying attention. We need to be alert. And this is important because if not, we could miss out on the blessing of not only knowing him and serving him now and living our life to the fullness for his glory, but also just miss out on his soon return. Now, let's get into the analogy of these 5 wise and 5 foolish virgins, because it's really a wonderful portion of Scripture. You know, it really warns us and gives us insight that we have to be careful not to allow ourselves fall into a spiritual sleep or slumber or becoming lethargic in our relationship with Jesus. There were 10 virgins, 5 of them had oil in their lamps, and 5, their oil was depleted. Now all of them went to go meet the bridegroom, but the bridegroom was delayed, and so they all laid down and fell asleep. At midnight, the midnight hour, the clock struck midnight. Well, that was the announcement that the bridegroom is coming. Now, they all got up and they trimmed their lamps. Of course, 5 were prepared, 5 were not. The 5 that were not, that were likened unto foolish, they went to the wise and they said, let us borrow some of your oil. And the 5 that were wise said, no, there wouldn't be enough for both of us. And as a result of that, the 5 that were wise went forward and were received by the bridegroom, and the 5 that were foolish were not received. And Jesus likened the foolish ones to those that did not continue to know him. And that's why he asked us to watch. We're watching for his return. This keeps our heart pure. It keeps us prepared. It keeps us ready. It keeps us on guard. And that way the oil in our heart or in our lamp or in our vessel stays full. We're full of anticipation, full of expectation. So let's not get lethargic in our spiritual life. Let's stay sharp. Let's stay on point. Let's be watchful. Let's dedicate our lives to knowing him first and foremost. Not just knowing about him, let's get to know him. Let's keep our priorities in their proper place. Let's keep our lamps full of oil. And let's remember to live ready, because why? Soon, very soon, the King is going to return. We don't know the hour, we don't know the day, but it is imminent. Let's be ready. God bless you. We trust you were encouraged by today's message.